Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is part 2 of Bad Mothers. So, I want to talk about Mary. Mary is one of my handlers, and one thing that she shares with Kelly is narcissism. In my rational, educated view, both Kelly and Mary fit the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder. Mary has the most severe pathological narcissism that I have ever seen out of anybody that I know personally, let alone my handlers. She, like Kelly, uses her status as a mother to bolster her credibility, to avoid accountability for her crimes. She is very coercive and manipulative. Like Kelly, she coerced or threatened or manipulated me into saying that I felt love for her or that I thought she was a good person. I may have said those things, but I only did so because I feared for my life. And she has sort of existed in the background of my life. I had two primary handlers in my house growing up, Kelly and her late husband, Brian Doherty. And then beyond that, I had in the shadows for many years, Mary and Brian. Mary did abuse me through my childhood and into my adulthood, but I am not the person who should be talked about when it comes to Mary. She also abused my brother Shay. She drugged and raped him and has also trafficked and abused him. But I think the person who has endured the worst abuse from Mary is her son Kyle. Now, Kyle is a few years older than I am. I think he's about 29. He was born from Mary's body. I believe Lindsay is his twin, and he was born with Usher syndrome, which means that he has limited ability to hear, see, and speak. He has been abused for existing, like I have, but he has also been abused for being disabled. What he has endured in life because of his handlers, because of Mary, is almost unspeakable, in my opinion. He has been relentlessly tortured, relentlessly trafficked, and relentlessly manipulated by the people in his household that call themselves his parents, by people in society. Just he has faced danger and oppression from all sides his whole life, which I understand. Mary repeatedly drugged and raped Kyle. She participated in abusing him by manipulating him, isolating him, torturing him to forget words, to make him feel like his disability is worse than it actually is. Excuse me. So long as Mary freely walks the earth, Kyle is not safe. So long as any of his handlers, any of the people that have abused him are free, Kyle is not free. Despite everything that he has endured, I know Kyle to be one of the smartest, most perceptive, and empathetic people that I know. He's definitely been brainwashed throughout much of his life. But so are all the experiments, and he deserves a chance to live his life on his own terms, live a life free of trafficking and abuse. He's been denied his basic human rights and his basic American rights, as I have. But I think very importantly, he has been denied things like access to an interpreter. For example, at the doctor's office or in court, you have a legal right to an interpreter. And that's just one of many ways that his disability has been used against him. He may never fully understand how angry I am for him, just for what he has gone through. But I hope that, Kyle, if you're watching, I am doing what I can. And I could never forget you. I'm sure that it's hard to trust anybody, but you definitely can't trust your parents. That's all I'm going to say. More on Kyle later. Also more on Shay later, because they're both important people that deserve to have better lives than the lives that were forced on them by their handlers and by their parents. So Mary is a violent, delusional, dangerous child abuser. She wholeheartedly loves and believes in enacting rape against children. She has sold countless children, countless times, from within and without the family. And more than anything, all she wants is power, control, and for her fragile ego to remain unharmed. She has no place in a free and equal society. And she deserves to be held accountable for who she is and what she's done. Her status as a mother doesn't mean anything once you know what she really does to children. And with that, I will close out on Mary for today. As always, liberate, rehabilitate, and restitute every single one of Brian, Kelly, and Mary's enslaved human experiments. Free Asher, free Shay, free Lindsay, and free Kyle. As always, hail Satan, everybody, and good night.